turn our attention to talking HR with HRMAB. And we have past President Nicolas Roberts with us indeed. As I said to him as we joined, it's been a long time since I've seen you, boy. Good morning to you, Nicolas.
Hey, morning, Pearson. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you doing?
I'm not too bad, thanks.
The great work continues at
Yes.
HRMAB, you know, engaging in activity to empower HR practitioners. And that's what it's about, to change realities within the workspaces, change relationships between people as well as it goes. I know you're getting ready to recognize and reward that. As I teased at the beginning, you're practicing what you preach.
Yes.
If you say to me as an organization, I have to recognize and reward, why not the organization you're into?
Yes, and you hit on an unspoken truth in terms of us as HR practitioners. We often create rewards and recognition programs for the people within our workplaces to recognize them, to reward them for, you know, being outstanding employees. But often what happens is that HR practitioners are left behind. We are the ones that we create these programs, we recognize people, we are in the background petitioning for people, pushing for people to be paid well, treated fairly, etc. But we are not recognized. So our president, Tisha, this year, as opposed to doing, because every single year we have a standout initiative in terms of the conference. Last year, as I mentioned, would have been our first conference in like 4 or 5 years. This year we said, you know what, let's do something different. Yes, the conference was a hit last year, but this year, how can we do something different? And with that came about us saying, let's do this awards gala. And a part of that awards gala, we're going to recognize HR practitioners, not only in Barbados, but across the Caribbean region.
Really?
Yeah.
Across the region? So
Yes.
all of the HR associations will become, it's going to be a regional recognition
Yes,
ceremony?
so it is open. There's awards for specific to Barbadians, but there's also awards open for the wider Caribbean region. So any HR practitioner across the Caribbean region, once they fit the criteria, they can be nominated.
Happening in Barbados?
Yes, it's happening in Barbados. It's happening at Sandals Royal. It's happening in November, but nominations opened last week, sorry.
Right.
So now we're trying to get nominations in, as many as possible. So if you know an HR practitioner that you think should be recognized, please go on our website, www.hrmab.org.bb, and nominate that person.
Who nominates? Me or other HR people?
Anyone. Anyone. So you...
An employee?
Anyone.
A boss?
Anyone.
Another HR practitioner? Anyone?
Anyone. Yeah, the hope is to highlight those unsung heroes, and that, like I mentioned, that is what HR practitioners are. I know sometimes we hold a lot of licks. People think, as they keep saying, that we are just there to hire and fire and reprimand, but your HR person, your good HR person, is in the background fighting for you. But like I said, all too often we are not recognized within our organizations and external to our organizations. So any HR practitioner, it could be someone that is studying HR because there's a category for that, a HR student. It could be someone that is now getting into the field of HR who's been working within HR for a year or less. It could be a mature practitioner who's dedicated their life to HR. Right. There's a field there, because there are like 20 fields that you can nominate someone in. If you know an HR person, go ahead and nominate them.
So when we go to the website, HRMAB.org.bb, we see the categories, we see the criteria, and we know exactly where to plug in this information.
Yes.
So is it a very simple form? Is it on your landing page?
So when you go on our landing page, it's going to literally have a countdown to the awards gala, and you're going to click the link, and it's going to lead you to a form. And like I said, the form is very intuitive. You would just fill in the form the same way how you would fill out a survey form. And they have the different categories. It would detail what the category is. Say, for instance, you're voting for HR Professional of the Year. It would say what the category is, what the criteria is, and how you can nominate that person. And it would be so for each 12 categories.
As soon as I'm done here, I'm going upstairs and deal with this.
Please do. Please do.
HRMAB.org.bb, HRMAB.org.bb. That's the website to which you go, and you see the countdown, click, and it takes you to the nomination form. When's your deadline for nomination?
So we're closing nominations the last Friday in August, which I think is August 24th.
This month?
This month.
So nominations close this month?
Yeah. Depending on how nominations are coming in, we may extend it, but the aim right now is to close it at the end of the month, because we have to compile all that information, send it over to our nominations committee so that they could review all of the nominees, because then the nominations committee, they have to sit down and they have to go over, deliberate, and choose the winners so that the winners can be announced on awards night.
In November.
In November.
This is going to be exciting, folks. We're recognizing HR practitioners. You know of someone who you think should be recognized indeed, and so, or someone's, and you can nominate as many people, and you can do many nominations. Look at the categories. If you find someone within the particular category, and you will see, as I told you at the beginning, when we started, it's not just HR people who are asked to nominate. You're nominating HR practitioners. And so, John Q. Public, all of us, anyone, be employee, the bus driver, the road sweep, the manager as well, you can nominate, you can get in there and you can begin the process of nominating someone as well. So once you go onto the website, as you're looking at your screen, HRMAB.org.bb, you look for the clock that ticks you down for the upcoming gala. And when you get to that, you click on that, find it on the page. And that's where you go to place your nomination. All of the categories will be there, all of the criteria clearly detailed, and so you know exactly whose name you're going to be plugging in there. Give as much information, I suppose, as you possibly can so that your nominee wins in the respective categories.
And to your point, you don't necessarily, there's also a category for a team, so if you don't want to necessarily only nominate an HR practitioner, you can nominate an HR department or HR team. So, so yeah, we try to make the categories as comprehensive as possible. So yeah, so like you said, go on there and nominate any HR practitioner that you know. It could be someone, like I said, in school, someone who's new within the field, or a mature practitioner. And
this sounds so exciting, Nicolas, for real. It's coming up in November. Lord, let me be alive. I can't wait to see how this already unfolds. And it's happening right here in Barbados, indeed. I could well imagine the amount of pride one receives for knowing that you have been recognized as a is there going to be a regional, so respective categories, fine, respective islands, fine, but you do have an overall regional HR practitioner of the year is from Barbados.
So, so what many people don't know, there's the Human Resource Management Association of Jamaica, HRMAB. There's HRMAB, the Trinidadian one. There's one in Bermuda, Bahamas, etc., so forth. So there are HR practitioners not just in Barbados, obviously across the entire diaspora, and we're aiming to recognize them as well. The aim is also to have some of our sister associations come in. Also, there's a Caribbean HR Association, which is called, well, CHRMAB for short. The chairman of CHRMAB, which is the umbrella association which represents all HR bodies across the Caribbean. The chairman of that body is also sitting on the nominations panel. So because he would have oversight on all the HR practitioners across the Caribbean region and how all of the HR practitioners are working together. So if someone is nominated, he could have an objective voice to say yea or nay in terms of the successful person who wins that award. So yeah, like you said, that's exciting stuff.
Really exciting stuff indeed. Can't wait to see how it's unfolding. But of course, between now and then, we'll talk some more about it.
Definitely.
Remember, folks, nomination close at the end of this month. So don't think you have a lot of time because the activity is in November that you have a lot of time to do it. No, you have to start cracking now as we speak to get in there. Get online, HRMAB.org.bb, and place your nomination into the system and let the assessors make their full assessment indeed. But there's even more work happening at HRMAB now. I know coming up very soon you're having a webinar. Which tackles a very interesting subject.
So going back to come forward, obviously last year our conference was the Human Tech Expo, and we spoke very heavily in terms of how technology and robotics, etc., is impacting our workforces. So with 2 Mondays from now, we're going to have a webinar, and it's going to be speaking about AI within the workplace and just giving people, and once again, not just HR practitioners, anyone that works in the workspace, a work setting, a work environment, how it is that AI is impacting your work environment, how you can use AI tools to improve your work. Once again, AI and technology is not going anywhere. So you have to know how it is to utilize AI and ethically within your workspaces. So that is what that webinar is going to be about.
It's on the 25th of August. 25th of August from 6 in the evening till 7:30. The information is on your screen. Take a look, take your time and read it. So the topics will be what AI means and how it differs from automation, real use cases for recruitment, onboarding, learning and development, and more, how to integrate artificial intelligence into the employee life cycle, and artificial intelligence tools for Caribbean businesses, but you need to register. And again, you're going back to the HRMAB's website, HRMAB.org.bb/events, and you place your registration there. The facilitator, talk to me a little bit about who he is.
Yes, so Mr. Kevin Griffith, his day job, he works at CIBC Bank. He's very knowledgeable in terms of the area of AI and within that space. So what we try often to do is every single person or strategic partner that works within the association, I keep saying, is not an HR practitioner, but there are people that work in specific fields that impact HR and that impact people. So he's coming along and sharing his knowledge with us. And once again, as I always say, the webinars, the seminars, the informational sessions that we put on are not just for HR practitioners, they're for any person that works within a workplace. So Kevin will be very knowledgeable in terms of bringing that information to the general public about how it impacts the workplace.
Tools and trends for the Caribbean workplace is trending, and so we should not miss this opportunity, but you need to go register as soon as possible at HRMAB.org.bb/events. It's happening on the 25th of August from 6 in the evening, and is it in person?
No, it's an
online.
Yeah,
so it's a webinar,
yeah,
so it's
webinar,
online.
yeah, yeah.
So you need to register so you get that link to join this conversation and learn really what AI means and how it differs from automation and a whole host of other topics as well. We want to encourage as many of you as possible to do so. Nicholas, it's always good to see you, and thank you.
Thank you as always for having me. I will be back as always as time goes on to speak more about the awards gala. Of course, the invitation is open to you to come out and celebrate with us.
Of course.
On the night.
That's me, or that's everybody?
A representative of CBC, because you continue to be a strategic partner of the association. So as always, you just want to, say thank you for always having us, facilitating us. So, if you can send a representative from CBC, please come out and celebrate with us on the night.
We thank you. We accept the invitation. Nicholas Roberts, past president of HRMAB, indeed, reminding us of the reason why you need to nominate your group of HR practitioners or an HR facilitator, HR practitioner as well, before the end of August, but also to get ready to engage in the upcoming webinar on the 25th as well, which is online, but you need to register as well. And as I always say, membership brings benefits. If you have not yet become a member of HRMAB, consider doing that today. All of this, plus a whole lot more, you will benefit from. You lean on the shoulders of those like Nicholas and the others within the group who have experience and knowledge, who can help to shape and guide how you do what you do. HRMAB.org.bb. That's the only place to go.
Morning, morning.